What's up, y'all, man? It's your man, Everybody Love Ty. And guess what? It's the first episode, and we back. Season 2 taking off. I got my brother, DJ Flatface, in the building. New studio, same place. And to let y'all know, it's Sterling Studio 2.0. That's where we at, right here. And, yeah, but before I tell y'all who he is, go on and watch that intro video. We back.
Just give me that real shit. Just give me that real. Just give me that real shit. Just give me that real shit. Just give me that real shit. Just give me that real lips. Just give me that real shit. Just give me that real shit. Just give me that real shit. Just give me that real. Just give me that real shit. Just give me that real. Just give me that real. Just give me that real lips. Just give me that real. 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 Give me that real, just give me that real, just give me that real shit, just give me that real shit, just give me that real shit, just give me that real, just give us that real shit, just give us that, 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 give us that.
Hold up.
I got something to say. What he doing?
It's an honor to have this brother come through today in the studio. As y'all heard the theme song, the new intro, it's the man who did it, featuring DJ Flatface on the mix. So I gotta show all the love to this brother. Ray Will's in the building, y'all. Yeah.
Salute. Club time, salute. I drove 1,000 miles just to show that bitch. Blessings come in abundance. DJ Flatface. I'm over the dumb shit. Bad bitches at the function. But the brain never function. Okay, I don't understand how the devil's a man. You're still trying to make plans with the man upstairs when I'm the nigga of the hour. Handle with care. Some niggas recognize the light, but they can handle the glare.
The man, Ray Will is in the building, man. I appreciate you coming through, brother.
Oh man, all the time for my family.
Hey, you already know. DJ Flatface over there on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, I gotta officially thank you for doing the intro music of the podcast, man. I just felt like you was the perfect person to do it.
Man, thank you for thinking about me, but I mean, I give all the credit to Flatface because he the guy that really like put it all together for real. I was surprised when he played it for me, man. So I was just glad y'all even asked me to do it.
How you feeling, brother?
Blessed, man. My birthday is today, so good.
What was you, 30?
33.
33, man. That's a blessing. A lot of people don't even get to see that. 33. And you hear it's Sterling Studio 2.0. If you didn't know, you named that after your brother. It was part of one of his visions. So I felt like we had to do that the right way and get that to that man. But man, for the people that don't know who Ray Will is, man, just give us a little background of who Ray Will.
All right, so brother, Ray Will is a name. My name is Raymond Willis. So it's obvious to just cut short Ray Will, but actually my friend, Flat and my boy Eric, they gave me the name Ray Will. And so as an artist, yeah, Ray Will is that, but I'm just an artist, producer, arranger, mix, compose. You know, if we just talking on the artist side, that's it. And I've been rapping since I was 5, 6, making music since I was 2, playing the drums. So, you know, that's always it's just been in my family. It's in the bloodline. So it's kind of just come second nature.
So we talking the artist Ray Will, do you remember that first time where you was like, yeah, I just want to rap. Like, I want to rap and actually get my music. And that's what I want to do. Like, I don't want to do nothing else, just rap.
When I realized I couldn't sing. When I realized I couldn't sing when I was a kid, and I ain't had that part from, like, my dad or my cousins that could sing.
that's when I realized, like, well, I know how to rap. You know, I was good at putting words together. I come from a church background, like a family that was in the church. So it wasn't nothing in the house but R&B and gospel. So it was just natural. I wanted to sing, but I just couldn't sing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think rap started to really kick in around maybe 11 or 12. That's probably when it started kicking in. But when I really started taking rap serious, I probably was 14, maybe 14 years old. I was probably 13. I was probably going to Finneytown at the time. And it was like a culture shock at the time, leaving from, Cumminsville to Finneytown. And I needed something to kind of like be my outlet. Rap was that.
Yeah, so fast forward to that, and now you're making music and whatnot. What was that first song where you was like, yeah, I'm the shit? If you feel, I'm pretty sure you confident enough to say you the shit.
When I knew I could rap.
Yeah, we can say when you knew you could rap, like, I'm really good at this. Like, yo, I'm really dope.
By the time I was 14, I knew I could rap. It wasn't nothing nobody could tell. I knew I could rap. I could put words together. I could switch up flows and everything. Mm-hmm. When I thought I was the shit, I don't know, probably around 16, 17, when it was the people I was around were, some were able to battle rap.
Mm-hmm.
I could battle rap, but they couldn't make songs.
Gotcha.
And then the ones that could make songs, they wasn't that good at rappers. They just knew how to make songs. But since I could do both, then I felt like I can step into any field, whether we doing a girl song, whether we doing straight bars, whether we writing like just a good, club record, whatever. At that point, I already knew how to do. I knew the template of making something like that. So I guess at that point, I felt confident that I could step into any arena.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I probably felt like, as a complete artist, it's probably at around 23. Is when I finally was like, oh yeah, like it's seamless for me. I know my voice. I know everything. That's mm-hmm. probably when I was like, yeah, I know.
So would you consider yourself a versatile artist?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you this too. It's a new add-on to the show. You gonna hit the booth later on?
Yeah, I'm gonna touch the booth.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first. Ray Will's gonna bless the booth. So make sure y'all tune in if you watching. Y'all see that here. So who is Ray Will's inspiration? Like once you heard or seen that artist was like, I want that makes me really want to. You said the family is what came with the music wise, but you listen can I say idol? Like who was your idol in music? Your icon idol to make you want to do music to really push that way?
Yeah, my musical heroes were more R&B and gospel at first. So it was like R. Kelly, Kirk Franklin, Teddy Riley. It didn't become no rappers till probably Jay-Z's Blueprint came out. It's probably when I was like, I like this rapper is dope. I like Will Smith, honestly. Like I thought Will Smith was dope. I just like that he could rap it. Like he was locked into the beat like that. And since I came from coming from Cincinnati, and learning and being able to be around people like Boosie Collins and learning about On the One and being locked, that kind of listening to Will Smith kind of was like, oh yeah, he be locked. Like it ain't that he the most lyrical, it ain't he the most coolest, but he can flow, he can ride the beat. And then of course Hov was for me, he was the epitome of when I was coming up. And then of course them was that was my biggest foundation was R. Kelly, Kirk Franklin, Mary J. Blige, really just R&B and gospel. And then if I had to say rappers, I would say that really shaped me to become the Ray Will that people hear today is Lupe, Kanye, Steel J, and them probably like, and Beanie Siegel. Like, them probably like the ones that kind of like mesh. Oh, and Eminem. Them like the ones that if you listen, you'll probably hear all 5 of them at one time.
Mm-hmm. So let's step into the producer Ray Will now. So do you work with just Ray Will, or is there a collective of people?
I've worked with Flatface before he was Flatface.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first person that really gave me somewhere to make beats consistently at his mom and pop's house. The music that people hear now, well, not right now, but throughout my career, the music that you may hear on SoundCloud or all the streaming sites, that was me, Bud, John Schuyler. That was kind of like my collection. My boy Don Brown, I was working with him early. And and my guy DJ, way back when we was teenagers. But when it comes to me producing, most of the time in all them areas, I was the producer. Like, I was the one like, yeah, play that, do this, do that, or I play it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, yeah, the music that people hear now, the sound of Ray Will until this new album, for the most part, was me and Bud was producing everything.
So you still work with Bud as of right now? Or?
Every now and then, like at this point, we not in a group anymore. It's just me. It's just Ray Will, and that's my family though. So it's always love, and that's just how it goes. Like, we just all grew, and we looking at the game in different, areas. I don't want to speak for which way he trying to get there.
Right.
But I know for me, the way I'm trying to get there is not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm a fan of Ray Will, the artist, whatnot. We hear a lot of Ray Will and John Schuyler. Is it continuously going to be another like San Francisco album, or it's kind of like I'm more focused on Ray Will right now?
Right now, I'm focused on me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, me, John, and Bud, we were a collective.
Mm-hmm.
We'll always be family. When we make music, it always is solid. But like I said, we all had to do our own thing.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And John, I'm working on his album.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as like right now, I'm not focused on St. Francis. I'm not focused on none of that. Now, that don't mean that, honestly, throughout the process of this album, Bud did drop like a piano on one of the records.
Mm-hmm.
And John, I always let him hear the music. But as far as that consistency of where we used to be in the studio, like, this is the first time that we all three are not, he hasn't been to my studio,
mm-hmm.
I haven't been in his studio. We always had one studio, and that kind of tells you right there that we not like the collective that we once was. Because I just email him records, he'll email me a record, and then we'll probably do like, we probably got like since we kind of separated or whatever, we probably did like 2 records, me and Bud, and then me and John got like 15 records because we still like
that is constantly working.
Yeah. I'm like the primary producer for John.
Yeah, hey, because that's facts. Because you got some hits a lot of people don't even know unless they really going in detail with that. Like Ray Will got R&B hits.
Yeah,
he got hits.
Yeah, I gotta give, but I ain't going front. I gotta give Bud just as much credit as I get for the beat part, for the production part. Mm-hmm. Most of the keys, all the keys for real. Even if I started some of the songs out, he went back and made that shit sound great.
Gotcha.
So like, Bud is when it comes to this music shit, he a genius. You know what I'm saying? He a genius. Mm-hmm. And them John Schuyler records, them Ray Will Christian album, and well, not really the Christian album, but more like Heavy. 1210, Heavy, records like that. If you know that music, Bud made all them beats, helped me bring all them to life. Mm-hmm. Whether it's Faith, whether it's Juice, whether it's Overrated by John, whether it's Space by John, whatever songs y'all hear like that, he's just as integral as I was.
Gotcha. So what do you like? What you like better? You like artists rapping or producing Ray Will?
It depends. when I'm in the zone as a writer, there's nothing better than being an artist. Just off the simple fact that I always think about performance. So, excuse me. So for me, when I write music, I'm already thinking about performing it. You know what I'm saying? Whether that be on stage, whether that be, visuals, whatever it may be. So that creative side is different. Producing for other people is very fun if you can produce them.
Right.
Right? Because if you can't produce them, then it's kind of, it's weird because when I'm making these records, I don't care what nobody say. When you making a record as a producer, as just making the beat, and you send that music out to somebody, you kind of had your own melodies in your mind. You got things that you got ideas, and then they might give you some BS back, and you'd be like, you ain't really it's their record for real. But when I get an opportunity to produce and like put my spin on it, and then it's fun. So producing honestly is a service. How I look at it like a service. So when I'm producing for John, whatever John asks for, that's what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes, but with me and him, it's different because, of course, I can just, like, I got this beat for you. Or he could call me and say, I got this idea. But, me and him been working for over about maybe 10 years now. So it's just seamless. So it's different with him, but with other people, it's kind of, it's fun, though. It's fun.
So you go back to the heavies, the Christians, even 1210. When you hear that music, as me as a listener, I hear you tell like stories about your life. For the people that don't know, if you care to explain some of the things that did happen with you, how do you deal with that mentally today, outside of music and with music, dealing with me through music?
So the way I put it, like, I'll go through the process by album, and I guess I could tell my life like that. So I got 2 albums that ain't on iTunes that was called Drop Off and Drop Off 2. They was cool.
Fire.
That was right when my mother had passed away. And my daughter, that's another situation I don't really want to speak on. But my daughter, me and her mother, we don't see eye to eye. So at that point, most of my music was kind of geared towards them type of situations. Like all my music got like I'm manifesting and all of it. But then was kind of like the music then. And then so when I finally found my sound, 1210, that's December 10th. Or if you add 12 plus 10, that's 22. 22 my number in life, right? And I had just lost my father the year before on December 10th, which is also my big cousin Nikki's birthday, which was like my father's daughter. Like he raised her like that or whatever. So I dedicated that album to my dad. So it was more of an aggressive EP because my father was an aggressive. Like he went after what he wanted. He was very like he said what he said unapologetically. So that's how that was. Like so every song on there is like very, very just straight to the point, like 1210, Juice, F the World, and it's one more song on there, Faith. So all of them is straight up what my dad would be like. So that's 1210. I lost my father. And then the next album was Heavy. And that album, I was going through situations with my child's mother. And I was like I was just stuck at that point, man. Like losing my parents in 4 years, that kind of like, that messed everything up. I wasn't where I wanted to be. I felt like my music was at that point. I should have been out of here. I should have been living in California, honestly. So, I let a lot of things hold me back that I shouldn't have. And so the music I was making at that point was very heavy, which is why the album was called Heavy. And I remember going to work and this guy named Dale, something happened to me I don't remember what it was, but something happened to me. And he was like, yeah, man, heavy is the head that wears the crown, young man. And I was like, damn, I've been thinking heavy this whole time. And then, so that kind of just like confirmed me to write that. And the whole album is dark. That whole album's dark. And then, Then the next album is Christian, which my little brother passed away, Sterling, which you know, that's your cousin. And the next year for his birthday, December 18th, he died December 15th of 2017. So December 18th of 2018, I made the album dedicated to him. Christian is his middle name. We was also raised Christian. I already told y'all in the beginning of the interview, I got a heavy gospel background. So a lot of the songs are very soul inspired, like Reference for Ye, the track for Reference for Ye, the track Showers, Collection Plate, This Morning, songs like that. Very driven towards that, driven towards God. The whole play of that album is like from track 1 to the last track is you can play the album reverse, and it's basically being in heaven and then coming back down to life. And then by the time you get back to it, like so the beginning of the album is This Morning. So the first line is I saw God this morning. And then you just process through the whole album. And the last song is Black Butterfly, which is me, my mother, talking to me in heaven. Right? But if you reverse it, then my mom's talking to me in heaven, and then she sends me out to the world, kind of like the movie Soul. Right? So it's kind of like that. But when you go through the whole album, the process is kind of like, on sitcoms, like, remember when, like, on Saved by the Bell or Fresh Prince, like, if Will Smith died, they'll show him at the house, like, they're like, look what's going on without you. So that's kind of how the whole album was going. Like, it was like Real Cocky Records. It was Real Soulful Records. It was records on there that was like, a lot of these songs were songs my brother heard. These are the last songs my brother heard outside of Miss Rollins' song and Forever. No, he heard Forever Love. So Miss Rollins' song and Collection Plate. Outside of them 2 songs, he know everything else. Like he heard everything else.
Yeah. So when you listen to these your albums, there's not many features on there. Yeah, probably collectively maybe 3 artists, maybe?
Yeah, you got John, Mav, my girl, who is Janisha, her. Julian's been on my albums, Flatface. As them people serve as artists, like they actually perform rapping. But you'll always hear family members on my album.
Right.
Like on this album, you hear Dane. On old albums, you hear CJ, my nephew, my brother's son. You'll hear Heaven. You'll hear Jarmaine. You'll hear a lot of my family members. But yeah, when it comes to featuring artists, I ain't really featuring a lot of artists.
Gotcha. So would you say it's a choice? Would you say like you rather just stick to what you know, or is it just like?
Yeah, it's definitely it's kind of a choice. Yeah, it's definitely a choice because I can always hit up somebody.
Is there anybody in Cincinnati, like local, that you would like to collab with or work with?
That I would like to collab with or work with?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No. But that don't mean it ain't none that I don't respect.
Yeah.
And if I'm saying that because I work with Chris Crooks. He on his album. Cortez West, he on his album. But no, it's nobody that I'm like, I got to work with.
Gotcha.
If there's one person that I will shout out though, that always keep me sharp, is me and him used to work together, is Wayne Fowler. That's about it. But as far as working, no, I don't know nobody. It kind of goes from what I grew up on. So all my favorite artists coming up, they wasn't big feature guys. Like, I forgot to mention him in the beginning, Dr. Dre. Like, that's my favorite producer ever. So Dr. Dre, R. Kelly again, Teddy Riley, Babyface, Kanye even. People like that, Lupe, they don't have that many features, You know, and they early projects, you don't see that many features. And when you hear them albums, them the ones people deem classics.
Right.
When you think about Blueprint by Jay-Z, there's one feature. And that's Eminem. And other than that, it's nobody else. So I don't knock the people that feature a lot of people, but I think for my process, it's very personal music. I'm a very conceptual writer. Unless it's a conceptual record that you can get with, it's kind of tough to throw people on there and it makes sense. And I'm very, very, very meticulous and very, very picky. Like my albums change, track listings change 100 times. So it changes, man. So I would love to collaborate with people, but probably more on the production side than the artistry side.
That leads us into the big question. We here now. Dame Tape. Tell us about this album, because now it's dropped. By the time this episode's aired, Dame Tape is dropped. Where did Dame Tape come from? The inspiration? Like, where can the people get the actual album?
I'm gonna give a real answer, but I'm gonna leave one story part out and Dame know why. But it started because the pandemic happened, and we was all stuck in the house for real, and I started messing with these beats. Like I was making beats, making loops and stuff, and from there, every song I was writing was just writing bars. Like I wasn't writing like songs with hooks and all that stuff. Just rapping. And Dame and the crew, you know, Dame is the New York kind of rap. Like he loved Joe Budden, he loved Skyzoo, he loved all the East Coast stuff. So over time, as I was writing these songs, I was sending to Dame like, Dame was thinking this. Dame was thinking this. He was like, man, this dope. I was like, I'm gonna make an EP called Dame Tape. And he's like, no, you ain't. I'm like, for real, man, I'm gonna make it You the Muse. You made You the Muse. So from there, I just started making all these songs, and I sent them to y'all. And then y'all was like, you gotta release it. So when somebody tell me I gotta put something out to the world, I was like, well, I gotta tweak it. And now me and Dame on the phone for 3-4 hours, you know, just listening to he's dissecting the music that I've sent him, asking me questions, because that's what made it even better, because Dame was like into it. And you know, like he's gonna dissect lyrics whether it come from me or Nelly. It don't matter. He gonna listen. He gonna be like, this is what he was saying. What was he saying? What do you mean by that? So yeah, man, it was like he was my big inspiration for that. Like the other side of it was I got this infatuation with old school whips. And being that one of my like influences in life is my cousin Jermaine, he's into old school whips. And I always remember Jay-Z saying something on one of his, I don't even know if the song is on an album or if it was a Lucy, but it was from the 90s, I think. And he say something like, I'm in the window. I don't know how the lyric actually go, but it's something about the window halfway down, bumping Donny Hathaway. And I always thought like, man, like old school whips gotta have like vintage records. So then you listen to this album, most of the beats are like vintage beats. And I just feel like on the intro I say that like this like something you just ride to in a 67, a 64, and you pull up to the light and the people next to you just gotta respect it. They gotta respect what's playing in the car. Whether it's Donny Hathaway, Curtis Mayfield, Marvin Gaye. No matter what they age is, they could be 15, like what is he listening to over there? Or I could be somebody 70, like, yeah, that's it. But they respecting it regardless. And I feel like this music of just rapping with them beats, I felt like it was something people can pull up. People look to the left, look to the right, and can't nobody question what's being played.
What's next for Ray Will?
It's Damn Tape. The Damn Tape. The Damn Tape. And then from there, I'm working on another one. Because I want to clarify for a lot of people, this is an EP. This is like just rapping. I'm just rapping, having fun. It's dedicated to my brother Dame. He put me in a different zone. And so it's like for him. It's for all the people that just like, you know, vintage records. And I'm getting into my full-length project next.
Yeah, John.
which will probably come out. Because I never noticed it, but I make albums like every 2 years, every 3 years. This is my first project since 2018. So this is my first project. So it's just an EP, a warm up to give people that it's all raw. So like I don't want to hear like, oh man, they got these scratches. Yeah, it's all raw. Like it's not. This ain't gonna be my. I didn't want it to be the cleanest mix. I actually sent it to one of the engineers that I work with on this album. If I don't mix it, I send it out. And he sent it back. I was like, nah, it's too clean, bro. Dirty it back up. I want to stay dirty like that. I just want you to enhance what I did. And then I eventually didn't even take that mix. Mm-hmm. So I never cheat my product. So even though people may hear like it's dirty, it's this, I wanted it that way. When you hear it, you'll understand it. And I ended up having to mix that record myself because I think he had made it just too clean, mm-hmm. which was good for him. Like he's good at his job. But it was just too clean. And I was like, nah, I'll take it back. I'll dirty it up. I wanted to be dirty.
If you're watching this visually, go on, hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit that notification bell, and go on, write him a comment. I will get it to him. I promise you I will. But we about to go in this booth real quick. It's your boy. We here in the booth. Ray Will about to bless us for the first time ever, and I got something to say. Sterling Studios 2.0 with the first freestyle. So let's go.
No more disclaimers, you know what they came for, you know they in danger. I'm pretty sure we still in his favor. We all fought the veto of the savior. Know you're getting what you paid for, but when do you get what you prayed for? Who recorded my Jesus on the cross, or who recorded my Jesus in the manger? How many songs of Solomon's was really bangers? I got too many levels and too many layers, but who the hell do Ray Will aim for? When I got shooters that's angels, that's aiming at every angle, every demon they dangle, we bang them, and God gave me advice when I arrived at his table. He said, go Ray, you want the glory, to gain the glory, you'll feel like Gloria Gaynor. I'm just trying to survive in a world where they shot Trayvon. At 17, I nearly lost my mind. I'm like, damn, they do that? Why the fuck would they do that? He got Wesley Snipes, D2 Black, Don Cheadle, Idris Elba, Jet Ebony Essence. Guess the blessings is too heavenly. Women they seeing 70. White girl said Black Beetle should let it be. Come and lay in bed with me, let me give birth to second seed. Nah, shit like that come with an extra fee. And please cover your ass for your cheeks, stick to my leather seats. Ooh, she said ain't nobody ahead of me. They looking at our portraits like James Evans' family. Ain't we lucky we got them? Oh, not getting hassled, not getting hustled, baby. Morgan the Siege, nothing above you, baby. If a nigga touch him, then I'ma touch him. And I do a bid, going once, going twice. But only for the kids, the homie going in for life. So tell God to tell Sean Paul to give me the light. I smoke one. I'm about to have the time of my life. You know what? Tyler's had the time of our life. Yeah, call me when it's over and it's time for my flight. Yeah, young, black, and anxious. Young, black, and dangerous. Surrounded by young, black angels. God damn you. Yeah.
Y'all seen it?
Yes, sir.
Ray Will.
Yeah.
First freestyle. Sterling Studios 2.0.
Yep.
I got something to say. Ray has something to say.
Yeah.
Episode 1. Dang tape on the way.
God bless it.
YouTube. I got something number 2 say. Podcast.
Hey, open up the doors of the heavens. Lamborghini wings ain't prevalent. More dapper than the reverend. Lady got more curves than LMA edges. I'm still stretching, trying to catch my blessings. Look, what I did without effort. What I seen was too extra, an early exit. I could have made, but I'm here, yeah, I still manage. Like Scooter Braun, I remove your squad and keep stepping. Oh, y'all trying to survive Rob, I'm trying to survive y'all. Own people rather see me laid to rest in. Catch the essence, but had the hollows touching more organs than Billy Preston's. I never speak to Smith & Wesson, but I don't do the draw. Investigators will never go see the sketches. Don't talk to me about leverage. Yeah. Don't give two fuck who you think and do it better. I lost my bro at 27. Fuck y'all. Yeah.